Yo, welcome to FamZone TV. Always trenchy over here. You know the pattern. I'm with my brothers, Durag Diaries, aka Bandit, aka Bad Breed, aka Jules, and my brother Halftime Hooks. You know the pattern. You know his thing. These are my brothers, man. You lot should know this by now. Big up Saeed times 10 times 100 all the time. This is my guy. You know, Saeed always supports the man. Them always shows love. All the time. It's my G. If you don't come over from excited trolling, if you don't come over from side, you know the pattern, man. You know how we
wait, Saeed's here. Sweet. I hope you asked him about that video that he made about
what's the if you ask the chat, the chat in there, me and Saeed have just gone back and forth for about 20 minutes. But after that, we just had it's what you really call heated and explosive.
Yeah. Okay, because certain videos came out, and then he's going Manchester United now, and then certain different videos and agendas and talking points are coming out in it. So
serious.
You gotta hold him accountable all season. You know what I'm saying? You get me?
You gotta hold everyone accountable. That's what I'm doing this year. I think this year we need to hold everyone accountable, and everyone needs to be held accountable for what they say. And also, people need to be not scared to make predictions. When I say predictions, I mean ideas that they have.
I mean, but the only person scared to make predictions and ideas, the one next to us, who's like, "Oh, you know, I'm actually not saying things, this season because guys just keep taking what I say wrong."
Was that unnecessary? That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. It's like it was uncalled for. It was every you can think of. Unnecessary, unprovoked, uncalled for.
That's fine, and that's exactly what I am. I'm gonna be unnecessary. That's fine. Unfortunate. I don't know, because we're at the start of the season.
He's minding his business drinking tea. He's minding his business drinking tea.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna get a coffee as well. I'll drink a. That doesn't matter. This is besides the point.
Minding his business. You just flung it at him, bro.
I've always got binds for hooks. That's what it is. I've always got binds for hooks because
I know, George. But you know what it is.
Wait. I never even got what I wanted to say. At the start of the season, this is the time when you make bold predictions, when you say things that, and you're all here saying,
I agree.
I've already done that on my channel. I've already done that on my channel. I told man already. If man want to know what I think about
on my channel, that's
my channel. You get me?
I'm only doing it on my channel. If you say something, you're being held accountable across all channels.
Yeah, on my channel. Yeah.
No, but it's got to be across all channels. It's got to be across all channels.
Click me up on my channel, innit? But you know what?
It's got to be across all channels, though.
I think we can only speak to him about what.
That don't make sense.
When people ask me the right questions, they receive the right answers. You ask me stupid questions, you get stupid answers. It's that simple, isn't it? So, by the way, D can't actually say anything to you, George, about, even though it was very uncalled for, what you did. Because, by the way, imagine, I've got Morrison's, I drive back, come in, I'm packing away my shopping, and then I open up YouTube. I'm like, oh, raw, D's dropped a new video. Let me check it out.
The one that he dropped this morning.
The one he just dropped, and I'm watching it, And then why am I holding strays? Why is D firing gunshots at me? Who's the conversation that you had with about left centre back, right centre back? Who? Please tell me. Let me know. Let me know who it was.
We need to stop over-analysing football. I'm trying to go back to the old days,
but that's fair, though. That's what. But you got to remember, the thing is, you got to think because we have so many conversations with each other on off stream, there's going to be times when I'm going to say something to you, and you're going to feel like, what else am I meant to say? I can't wait for this stream. I might as well just put a video on it. No, you don't think? It's got to be a video.
Cool. That's cool because now I know. Yeah, we're all doing 96 bars of revenge whenever we talk to each other.
I don't mind, bro. I don't mind. You
I don't mind. I don't complain. I don't mind.
Cool. Say no more. I was trying to be the calm one. It's cool, though. I can do it as well.
You can still be the calm one. You don't have to follow our lead.
I can do it as well. I got camera, I got mic. I got a light. Yeah, I can do it as well.
ring light.
Yeah, I got it all. So
I wasn't against you. I just said we overanalyze football, innit? That's just what I feel, innit? But you know what it is? You got to remember that I talk to other people outside of the streams as well, innit? So when I talk to other people, this is how a lot of people feel outside of YouTube, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. When I'm chatting to other footballers and that, they feel like it's overanalyzed as well. It's not just me.
Let's be honest, though. we overanalyze it because that's the part of content. We don't have content if you're not overanalyzing games. If we're not talking about a game like two times, you're gonna get to a point of where you're overanalyzing because we need stuff.
No, not just us. Not just us. I'm talking about Arteta as well. Not just us. I'm not saying just us over-analyzing it. I'm saying football is like a lot of the time. Football is over-analyzed, isn't it? I'm not just saying we.
And
I'm saying the new way of football. I'm saying the new way. I love
that.
I'm not doing Hooks things. I'm talking about him, but I'm not. I'm talking about the new style of football is over-analyzed. Back in the day.
I love that.
You know, I accept that, but when I do a video about it, you should be upset though.
No, because you know what I don't mind the video. The thing that I don't like is you tried to insinuate that I'm not old school. That's what you did. Because by the way, because man was watching Terry Butcher, man was watching Vinnie Jones. You get me? I grew up on Adams and Keown, all of that. But do you know what the actual difference is? I don't think it's over analyzing. Yeah. Do you know what I think it is? Us as people that are, well, you're not included in this because obviously, you know, every footballer, you're inside the football thing and all of that. But us normal people that are not involved and don't have certain man that we can just call and talk about football, we're now exposed to the more, I guess, detailed part of football that always existed. We just didn't have a way to really know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like if I go back to when I was in secondary school, like an 8 was still an 8, and the way that an 8 probably behaves the same way as it did back then. I just didn't know it was an 8.
No, I agree with that. I don't think it's so much about footballers because I don't think there's a lot of footballers that I talk to that I think that I would say probably still don't understand the game. That's what I think. Like you can talk to a professional footballer and feel like he doesn't really understand the game. He's just good at football.
That's very worrying.
It happens. There's a lot of footballers. There's a lot of footballers that are good at football that don't understand football. I
understand that there's probably certain footballers that, for example, Ben White. I would say Ben White is probably one of those people because he's not so into football. He just has a gift to play it. And I understand that there's probably people that play football, but don't really have a real deep interest in football to the extent of like a scout or a data analyst or a coach that has to understand the game at a different level. So people like Ben White that don't really have that mind for the game, they can coach them to be able to do what they need to do. Dumb it down, if that makes sense. So I hear all of that. I
feel like a lot of the time when you talk to, there's a difference between being a manager and being a football player. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between it. A lot of people, like I say, a lot of good football players doesn't mean that you're going to be a good manager, or it requires different skills and different attributes. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk to you, or I talk to Jules, or I talk to SB, or I talk to all of us guys, I know all of us could be managers potentially because you understand the game. You know, I would talk to you more about football than I would talk to some professional footballers that I know because I know that you understand intricacies of the game. You know what I'm saying? I can get to a different level with you about football. There's certain people that I just would not have that type of conversation with them, even though they were brilliant at football and they played pro and that. It doesn't make no difference. I can have a different convo with you than I can with them. So I don't really class it as so much about that. I more see it as more about what you can bring to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. I know my internet's doing madness. I don't know what's wrong with it, but
your internet's definitely doing madness. I can't lie. I might need someone to sponsor me to do my badges, innit?
It's on foolishness. The badges are expensive. You see with the badges, as well. When you do your coaching badges, you will know a lot of the stuff. You got to do a theory side as well, which is like the on paper one. You got to do that as well. But you will have different conversations about football because there's a lot of stuff that you think sounds basic, but there are intricacies of the game that you think, oh, that makes sense. You know, I've never thought about it like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like even like little things like creating space. A lot of the time, if you stay in the same spot, you make space without realizing. You can stand still and make space because there's hardly ever a time when people are standing still.
Because the game's not static, so people are moving all the time.
So people are constantly moving. So if you stand still, more often than not, you're going to create space by standing still. That's what a lot of people probably don't realize. So when I used to hear people saying, "Oh, this guy's not running," I'm like, "Bro, you don't understand. it's not everyday running that creates what it creates. You know what I'm saying? I think there's different reasons, but only certain people you can talk about real football with. You can't have that. And you will know that if you're around football people, you will know there's a difference between talking about it with this guy than with that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not for
not even just footballers though. I feel like it's just people in general.
People in general, yeah, but I'm gonna say people in general because everyone that plays at a high level is gonna think that they know about the game. There's no one that
I hear that. Yeah, I hear that.
There's no one that thinks they don't know football. Do you know what I'm saying? Everyone thinks they know football.
So I just meant like the quality of the conversation in it, because there's bare people that I talk to that like I'll try and talk football and then they say to me, "When's Arsenal winning a trophy?"
Yeah, but I feel like you know what we got to do. Sometimes when we have streams like this, I think now sometimes we got to have different conversations about football more so than just always. Obviously, we do the banter thing a lot of the time, but I think sometimes having different convos about football to understand, because you guys are the guys that I can actually have these convos with. You know what I'm saying? I can actually have, if I was to have a football team, for example, I could say, "Yo, Hooks, come and help me out with this," and Jules, come and help me. I could actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know you understand intricacies of the game, but you got to be as well. You've also got to be clever to understand certain things. You got to understand. You know what I mean? Like nuances and intricacies and all that as well. You can't just be a dumb guy and understand football. It's not as simple as that. But Arteta, I think, is a clever guy.
He's a very smart guy.
Yeah. Pep, Arteta, them guys are clever guys. When you watch Thomas Frank, we see him as one of the most basic football managers. If you hear him explaining the game, you will think he's a genius.
He's a proper technical. Yeah, he's a proper technical.
You know what I mean? And he's a basic manager that we look at the way his team play. But there's no basics to how he plays.
No.
This is why I said to George. That's why I said from the jump, that's an amazing appointment for Spurs.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because of how intelligent, like, you just have to listen to him speak, and then you just know certain things from hearing someone speak, and the way he speaks. Yeah, Tottenham are going to be do you know what? Yeah. Well, I don't hope, because obviously it's Tottenham, so I hope that they crash and burn. But if I was a Tottenham fan, I would hope that Frank is the manager that they kind of do what Arsenal did with Arteta. Like, yeah, cool. Firm the darkness because we're planning to get somewhere. Like, do you know what I mean? Because he's someone that can fully do that. So, yeah, man, we'll see. And I guess, Amarim is very similar.
He's clever, but if you watch what they started doing on Sky Sports is when they started doing the Monday Night Football, but they started getting everyone else on. You know, when they started getting lots of different managers on to explain like their theories and stuff like that, and you realize, even when you hear Sean Dyche, you realize, wow, this guy understands little stuff that you probably wouldn't even have thought about. Like, it's a real technical game, so I can't even imagine what you did. Like Pep, if you think to work for Pep, you would have to be. You're probably in the classroom more than you are on the football pitch.
Yeah.
I think you actually have to be like insane to be a football manager to some sense. Like, because a guy like Pep, he doesn't sleep, like he doesn't not work. Like, I reckon he's gone home, he's sat there, he's probably got his laptop, probably got his books in front of him, he's thinking tactics. He's probably at home, he's with his family, but man's got like a little game on, just watching somebody doing something. Like, you've got to be literally an insane guy to just know that this is clockwork every single day, just thinking football tactics, improvement, optimizations, just constantly trying to find new ways to get better. And do you know when you talk about the over-analyzing? I feel like football is over-analyzed because of managers like Pep who've come in and have been so committed to the game, so committed to finding any nuances and intricacies into how he can improve his team. He's made it that you have to over-analyze because he's that good. Every manager has to over-analyze City, all the little things that City are doing, because every year they're improving, every year they're doing something different. He's always innovating, so you have to over-analyze to keep up with what he's doing.
You know what, Jules? What you're saying is so key. What you said there, because when we went to I did my UEFA license, you know, for the first in the morning, you know, you're in the classroom all morning, innit? You know, you're only going.
I've done it. You're in the classroom. You're like 3 hours, 3 4 hours.
Hours. You're in the classroom for hours. You're not on the pitch until after lunch. You're thinking, what, bruv? Can't be doing. But then what happens is, when you say what you said about what you saying, my bro? When you said about the over analysis, Jules, that's why you were so right, because what Pep started doing, he changed the game, because not only did he change the game into attacking, he changed the game with defending, because he decided that keeping the ball was the best form of defense.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the ball, you can't score goals. And that is what made other teams, like you play against a Pep team and you keep the ball for the whole because when you're at Barcelona, you couldn't get the ball from them for
time.
You lose the ball. You lose the ball for about, you won't have the ball for 5-10 minutes. And once you get the ball back, you're rushing now. You're rushing now. That's why Pep said he had a 7-second rule, that if you lose the ball, I want it back within 7 seconds. Once he gets that ball back and you can't have that ball for minutes, you don't even remember what it's like to have the football.
But do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Why George's point is so sick? Yeah. Pep made it so other managers had to overanalyze the game. But where I feel like a lot of managers kind of went left is they tried to be like Pep, opposed to overanalyzing their own idea and improving that. So you started seeing a lot of teams across the world play very similar to how a Pep team plays.
Yeah, but that's because he was the best in it. So like in football, you see, like it always goes like that. That's why football goes in waves. So whatever the best person's doing, everyone's gonna try and emulate that and try and replicate it, because they feel like that's the formula to be successful. You know, like when football had their 3 at the back wave, then it was a 4-4-2 wave, then it was a 4-2-3-1 wave, then it was like our inverted, like now it's like inverted fullbacks. But this season, you'll see Pep ain't even gonna play with inverted fullbacks this season. I guarantee you won't.
No, he won't. That's why I bought out Nori. But what also as well is, most of the time is you realize the only way to beat Pep was his way, because a lot of the time he was playing against teams and he managed to dominate every single team. He didn't come to England and not dominate. People said his formation, it wouldn't work in England. He dominated. It wouldn't work. He dominated with the Barcelona B team. He dominated with the Barcelona A team. He went to Bayern Munich. He turned Philip Lahm into a centre midfielder. So everything he did ended up working. If it didn't work, and Jose Mourinho managed to topple him a lot of the times, then people will be like, "Oh yeah, maybe this is the form. This is the system that can trouble that system." But Pep's proven his point everywhere he's gone. His system is basically the best system to win a game. And it wasn't Pep that started. It was actually Johan Cruyff really that started this. It wasn't actually Pep, but Pep just took it to a new level and did it to extreme levels. And for you to take to the point where you never want to lose that ball. Like Pep has the point where if you lose the ball, and Arteta's the same. If you lose the ball, he will go ballistic at you in training. When we were doing our badges and that, and a guy lost the ball when he was doing something, you can't do the drill if you lose the ball, because the drill has to get to a new stage. Pep, I can imagine, is gonna go ballistic if you lose the ball unnecessarily. I can imagine him being a maniac.
I want that from my manager.
Because if you have the ball, you've got control in it. Do you get it?
You've got control.
You've got control of the game. The other team can't score. Like there's so many things that happens when you have the ball. The other team are having to move. You're passing it. You're having to move, bro. Like people don't realize. Yeah, see, like when you're playing football and the other team's got the ball, just to be concentrated, like people running off you, making runs inside pause and like running off the back of you pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just like, you have to stay concentrated so much. And when that ball's moving so fast, if you take you lose concentration for a split second, they punish you. Do you get it? 100%. Or you're so tired that when you get the ball back, you ain't even got the energy to even your concentration is not as high as it should be because you're tired. Now you ain't got the energy, and now they've got the ball again. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So yeah,
that's why I like Arteta. To be honest, but something that I like about Arteta, at least from the way that I interpret it, because if you're not focused, and so traditionally if you're not focused and you lose concentration, like football's always really kind of been positional. So I will have, for example, I'll have roles and responsibilities as a, let's just say, as a DM that I have to do on the field. So now, if I lose concentration, I've now mashed it up for someone else because they're not expecting me to not be where I'm meant to be. But Arteta, he's more about position and space. So as a DM, if I don't do what I'm doing, it's fine because the centre backs know what to do in that space. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's the level of Arteta, yeah, that he's transformed Arsenal in it. It's just the problem that we have, and I guess where the conversation kind of gets dumbed down to sometimes is we haven't got over the line. But if we got over the line, so let's just say every season we won something, nothing else changed, we just won something, people will be calling Arteta already one of the best managers in the world.
Yeah, definitely. But me personally, I know people can clip it or whatever. I generally right now believe he's one of the best managers in the world already. And I think, yeah, definitely. And I think there's a difference between winning, yeah, because obviously you have to win to be one of the best, to be regarded as one of the best managers in the world. But what I'm saying the way what he does, what he's created, and how our team plays, he's created one of the best football teams in the world.
That's fine. The reason why that doesn't hold no weight is because Pochettino at Tottenham was playing the best football.
But at one point, he was regarded as one of the best managers in the world as well. That's why he went.
What do we look at him right now? He's a scrub. Most people look at him as a scrub right now.
No, they don't.
They do. I promise you, people.
But wait, hold on. Do you look at him as a scrub because of what he done at Tottenham, because of what he done at PSG? But is it? Yeah, I know, but I'm saying to you, yeah, I hear what you're saying. They look at him as a scrub, but is that because of what he done at Spurs, or is that because of what he done at PSG?
That's because he didn't win a trophy.
And Chelsea,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you. But at PSG,
he wasn't terrible. He wasn't.
Yeah, but at PSG, at Chelsea, he had like the tools to go and win. Like at Spurs, he never had the tools to go and win. He did. He did.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
You have the tools to go win at Spurs. He created the tools, but he had the tools. He definitely had the tools to get the job done.
To win the league. To win the league.
Just like Arsenal had the tools the past couple of seasons to get the job done and win something. He's had the tools. Let's not act like this Arsenal team's way better. This Arsenal team's not better than that Spurs team.
George, no one's going to look at that Spurs team and think, yeah, on paper, you man should win the league. No way.
Yes, they did. People were exactly saying that.
Are you talking about in White Hart Lane? Only in White Hart Lane you're talking about. Nowhere else.
Man. You only have. We used to say you only got two players. Son and Kane. We said you only got two players.
That's lies though, because you say that, but then when you look back at the team, we had Dembele in midfield, one of the best midfielders.
No, that wasn't at that point. That wasn't at that time.
Yes, it was. D, you're trying to tell me about my team and when my team was low. You're lost. You're trying to tell me about when Dembele left our team in 2018. Dembele left our team in 2018. Pochettino left in 2019. We only played one season without Dembele, you know.
All right, go on, George.
Okay.
So we had Dembele, we had Vertonghen and Alderweireld, who was the best centre-back pairing in the league at the time, and that's factually by looking at the stats. And then we had Kyle Walker and Danny Rose, who were regarded as two of the best fullbacks in the league at the time. Again, Eriksen, who was regarded as one of the best 10s, not the best, but one of them. He was up there. Then you had Son and Dele, two players who, again, were regarded as top players in the league, with Kane leading the line, the best striker in the league, if not.
So you think that team was better?
Couldn't win a league.
Wait, you think that team was better than City's team? You gone mad?
He didn't win the league when Pochettino was there like that.
Yes, bro. They won it in the first
won the league. You know when
they won it in 17-18. They won it in 17-18.
Okay, from the last two seasons of Pochettino. So we're talking about.
I'm not saying that team weren't a good team. That team was a good team, bro. That's a good team. Yeah. I'm not like, I think you think that I'm disrespecting that team. That team's a good team. But let's have it right. That team on paper should not win the league.
You know what? You know the better question to ask me. You know the better question to ask me.
We finished behind that Chelsea team by 5.
Wait. Do you know the best question to ask me?
Was in the title race. Was in two title races with that team, by the way.
Overachieved? Do you think Pochettino overachieved?
No, he underachieved.
He underachieved. How did he underachieve?
He underachieved at Tottenham. He should have won a trophy, just like Arteta's underachieved so far.
Arteta's
won a trophy.
All right, but in the last 5 years since then, he's been underachieving.
That's just your argument. But what I'm saying is, I've never heard people say Pochettino underachieved.
You're saying you never heard that. Ask all Spurs fans; they'll tell you that he did underachieve. He should have won a trophy with that team. There's no excuse.
Yeah, winning a trophy and winning the league is two different things, though.
No. But SB, now you're having two different conversations because you just said did he underachieve? He needed to win a trophy to achieve his to achieve his goals. He didn't win a trophy. That's why he got sacked. So he did underachieve.
But I'm just talking about what you said on the original point. That man, look at Pochettino.
I think they did. A lot of people
look at Pochettino as a scrub, not because of what he done at Spurs. It's because
not because of he got to the highest level because of what he done at Spurs.
That's why
nobody regarded him just because their team played. Just because the team played good football, nobody regarded him as one of the world's best managers because he didn't prove it by actually winning stuff. The difference is that to be the top manager and be one of the best managers, you have to win something because there's intangibles that come into place in winning. If you don't win, just like Arteta hasn't for so long, you can't be regarded as better than a manager like Emery who wins consistently.
Okay, let me give you an example. Yeah, Marcelo Bielsa is regarded as one of the greatest managers.
He's not by managers. My other managers rate him. Other managers rate him because he's innovative.
Why do you think they rate him? Because he's. Bro, what are you saying? Bielsa is a player.
Because he was innovative, because he made his own way of playing football. He brought a new style to the game, like full court press in an attacking style. That was innovative. But to say that he's one of the best,
he's one of the best.
Lies. It's lies, though. He's still in the Premier League and he underachieved with Leeds. He got relegated with Leeds.
Bro, because he's managing Leeds and he's trying to do.
He got relegated with Leeds.
Yeah, he got relegated, bro. He got relegated with Leeds. Leeds had a good team. They had Rafinha in them, man. They had a good team, you know.
Who brought them up?
Leeds team have a good.
Wait, who brought them up?
He brought them up and then took them back down. He took how many years to bring them back down, up and then went straight back down with
do you know
his football was regarded as rubbish football in the Premier League because everybody knew that once you got to January, February, his team was done, and that's what exactly happened.
Well, you got to take risks. Things happen, innit? Things happen, but people regard Bielsa as one of the forefathers of football. They regard him as one of the highest levels of football manager. The only people that don't rate him are people that are saying that you didn't win stuff or you were. Bielsa decided to go and manage Leeds. He didn't have to manage Leeds. He could have managed any club.
No, he couldn't. No big clubs wanted him. Why did no big club come in for him when he left?
Bielsa doesn't. Bielsa lives in a. Do you know he lives in? Do you know what? Do you know what?
Don't tell me where he lives. How big his house is. I don't care. I don't care. That doesn't make him a good manager.
No, I'm going to explain something to you about him as a human being. I'm going to say, do you know that he lives in like a little hut and stuff like that? He drives like an old car. Do you know what his history is about?
What is that? Where's the relevance?
I'm saying that was his way of thinking to go and manage smaller clubs. He's always been like that. That's what he liked to do. Okay. But you're saying that no one regard. Why do you think people regard him as one of the highest managers?
No, what you're saying, because basically what you're saying to me is just like, let's just say Glenn Hoddle. You look back 20 years, Glenn Hoddle didn't have a great managerial career, but people regard Glenn Hoddle as one of the forefathers of English football, being a tactical genius because he's one of the first managers to play attacking fullbacks back in 2000. When everyone's playing 4-4-2, he's going 5-3-2, 3-5-2. He's playing attacking fullbacks. He's considered as one of the most innovative tactical managers from back in those days for being one of the first managers to do it. But don't make him a good manager because he never succeeded. He never succeeded.
He was regarded as one of the best England managers.
He is. He was regarded as that. But when you actually look down and you actually done a list of who's the most achieved ones, who actually done stuff, Gareth Southgate's above him, way above him.
No one, only you would say that. No one else said Southgate above Glenn Hoddle, bro.
You know what's funny? When Gareth Southgate left, the conversation was: is Gareth Southgate the best England manager of this decade? Of this
nobody would put Southgate above Glenn Hoddle, bro. No one.
What?
Nobody would.
You actually believe that? You actually think Southgate's not above Hoddle?
No one would put Southgate above Hoddle.
Literally achieved the highest you could with England for the last 56. Bro, what do you mean?
What are you saying? Nobody would put Southgate above Hoddle, bro.
No, but
yes,
I hear
for his achievements.
I hear what Jules is saying because there has to be a balance to both of your arguments. You get me? I think both of you are saying things, but there has to be a balance between both, innit? Because being innovative and doing it to a certain level is going to make you considered like as a proper good coach, innit? But then obviously the next stage is making sure that you use that innovativeness to make sure that you win innovation, whatever. You use that to make sure that you go and win a trophy. Do you get it? So I feel like it marries both. Like, do you get what I'm saying to you? You need to make sure that you use that to make sure, and that's why Pep is considered as the best. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Because he's come in the game, and he's just gone crazy, and he's won everything. That undeniably. That's why there's no chat for him. Do you get what I'm saying to you? He's just gone and taken it to a different level and dominated at every single thing. But
I get what you're saying.
Like George was saying about Pochettino. Pochettino was looked at as a very good manager, but it's not. He was looked at as a scrub because he didn't win with the best tools in front of him. And like people are getting onto Arteta. Arteta ain't had the best tools. Like he's had a good team, but he ain't had the best tools in it. Do you get what I'm saying? So now, if the board go and get him all the tools and he doesn't win, then there's no excuses. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just my thing.
I agree with that. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. But what I would say is, in the football world, there's a lot of players that are regarded as some of the best, or managers that are regarded as some of the best, that haven't achieved all the greatest things. Managers, like, you can be regarded as some of the best because you've changed the style of football, or you've created something that people haven't seen before. Like Wenger. Wenger didn't even win the Champions League, but he was regarded as. But he was successful. But what I was saying is, a lot of people, what they talk about with Wenger is that he didn't win the Champions League and he didn't win as. He's classed as. What did Mourinho say?
Mourinho never going to be above.
There can never be no chat about Wenger, bro, because Wenger came in.
But what I was going to say is, they say Wenger.
No, you say that, SB, but again, in the world of football, Wenger will not be ranked above a lot of these managers that have done. This is what I'm saying. Like, do you put Wenger above Ancelotti? Do you put him above Ancelotti?
It's not about Wenger.
You put him above Ancelotti because Ancelotti don't play. He's not innovative with the way that he plays. He gets the best out of his players. And guess what, Ancelotti? That's my point. So you need, like you said, there's a fine balance between, yes, innovation is good. When you bring something new, you are going to be regarded as, highly touted. Oh, we haven't seen this before. But at the same time, just because we haven't seen it before doesn't mean you're better than all these other managers. You still need to prove, and you need to do what they've done and do what you've done. You need to take this to that level.
I agree with that. But I think what Wenger did, for example, when you're winning with players that are not expected to win, or when you're signing players like Vieira and turning them into, Wenger's created some of the greatest players we've ever seen.
Facts. There can't be no chat for Wenger.
Some of the you got to remember, if you create players, you're doing some of the greatest things that's ever been seen in football. Period. So how you can't? It's not just about you got to win. You didn't win the Champions League.
Look. I'm not saying. What about Di Matteo? Di Matteo won the Champions League. Is he better than Wenger?
No, but this is why I said there's a balance. For one, Di Matteo's little Champions League win that he done for 6 months of football. We're not going to compare him to Wenger managing 20 years in the Premier League. Now that's just stupid. Now we're smart enough to not have those conversations.
I don't like that. Don't do that. That's disingenuous, because you say that, but then what
don't you like about what I said?
No, but you also forget. You can't just say blanket statement. 20 years in the Prem, because you're ignoring all the context of the conditions that he had to manage Arsenal under.
Again, you didn't listen to what I said, Hooks. I said that we wouldn't compare Di Matteo, who managed 6 months and won a trophy, against a manager that's managed all this other time and done all these other things. Just because I didn't name Wenger's achievements, all right, just because I didn't name his achievements doesn't mean anything.
I'm not saying name his achievements. I'm saying you're ignoring the
because I didn't name his achievement. What you wanted to say? That
you're ignoring the context of the conditions.
10 FA Cups. Is that what you wanted?
No, you're ignoring the condition.
Ignore it. I just didn't mention
he had to manage Arsenal under the blanket.
No, I didn't. I didn't add the context because it wasn't needed for that statement.
No, the context is very needed when you say
it wasn't needed
for a manager that's managed 20 years.
So you need the context to explain why Wenger's better than Di Matteo. You need the context.
You need context to explain Wenger all the time. Hello.
No, you don't need context to compare Di Matteo and Wenger. Okay. There's no comparison. That's my point. You just want to go on and be like, give Wenger his flowers. Like all Arsenal man always get so sensitive when you mention Wenger and Henry in certain conversations. And it's just like,
why are you saying all Arsenal man? There's 3 Arsenal man and 2 of us ain't saying nothing. So why are you saying?
No, because in general, man, because I've seen you might get sensitive when we mention Henry as well.
Why are you saying all Arsenal man?
Because Arsenal man do get sensitive. When man mentioned Wenger, it's like, it's a tough conversation. Where do you rank Wenger amongst all the managers? This is what we get. Go away, man. Go away.
No. I'm asking a question because I want to know how high you regard Wenger as, because I don't understand why everyone can't have a universal understanding that certain managers have had to deal with certain things, and it's a lot harder. If you got one hand tied behind your back, it's a lot harder, isn't it? So I don't understand how these guys think that Wenger. When Mourinho said he's a specialist in failure, I'm saying, how can he be a specialist in failure when he has no money and created superstars? I don't understand. How does that work?
My thing's like, I hear all of this, but bro, no one can even, bro, he's changed football. He came in and made
football, bro,
completely different in England, bro. Brought something completely different. He won a league unbeaten. That will never, ever be done again. Never. And it's not even just like win by all costs. It's the way man was winning. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's the point. That's the point.
Like, it was crazy, innit? Like, I'm not I'm not saying Wenger's the best of all time because obviously our European record was a disgrace in it, but like there can't be no like man can't get onto my man. Like he's changed football, bro.
He's changed and for the better as well. He changed football for the better. He made us realize that you can become great. He's a great manager. There's no two ways about it. Mourinho's a great manager as well, but Mourinho's management is based on winning. If Mourinho doesn't win, he's not a great manager.
I think Wenger's the better.
If Wenger doesn't win, Wenger's still a great manager. Say that again.
Mourinho's a manager. Like he's a manager. Like Wenger's more of a coach. Do you get what I'm saying to you? He's gonna coach his team.
Yeah, but the difference is as well. You bring Mourinho
being a manager and a coach. Like, do you get
exactly? And you bring Mourinho in to win trophies. You bring Wenger in to change your football club. It's different.
I've played for managers. I play for managers. They don't even coach at all. Never.
Yeah.
They don't even coach. They just let the coach do what he's doing. They select their system.
Yeah.
Watch. But what they will do is they know how to pick a side. They know how to look at like the dynamics of a dressing room. They know how to talk to players, man management. Sometimes managers don't even do nothing. You won't even see them for the week until match day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it can happen. Coaching and management is two completely different things.
Wenger was also the sporting director.
Yeah.
Project managing the building of the new stadium,
talent ID, all of that.
Yeah, talent ID. Like he was managing Arsenal through all levels of the club. So I think so. Like, cool. Man can just say, "Oh yeah, Mourinho won more trophies." All right, cool. Say no more. But bring Mourinho into the same conditions that Wenger had at Arsenal. And see how many trophies that.
Then you know what you're better off doing. Then it's just
the only problem with that is he did do it at Porto. He won the Champions League and the UEFA League and the
Europa League. Got promoted into the Champions League.
That's the only thing about that. He's a master tactician. So
but you know when he went into the Champions League, they were the 25th best team in the Champions League.
Yeah, they did.
They still won it. They still won it though.
Mourinho's
being 38th best team in the Champions League, you still win it. Do you remember? You said that about my club, didn't you? You can still win it. They won it. Porto did, didn't it? Just so you know.
Yeah, but I'm not doing the back and forth.
I'm just letting you know, innit?
I'm not doing the back and forth with you today. I'm not doing the back and forth with you.
No, you're not doing the back and forth with me now, but you wanted to try and get a clip from me 2 minutes ago, and you wanted to.
I didn't try and get. Why did I try and get a clip? Why did I try and get a clip from you?
He thought you could catch me out. He thought he was gonna get a
clip.
Why doing
what? What did
rank Wenger amongst Premier League managers? Yeah, let me get a clip. So you can
no, it wasn't that, bro. I was trying to figure out where you rank him because you don't rate Bielsa, innit? That's the point I'm making. So you only rate winners. That's the point I'm making. You don't rate.
I rate both. I think there's you have to have a nice, like SB said, there's a balance between the both, and you find the fine line in between. And when you're just talking about comparing Wenger to Mourinho, if you want to do the thing of like, oh, Mourinho didn't be a sporting director, then that means you just compare Wenger to managers that done the same thing that he did, and that's just Fergie, really. And then you have to go back to 30 years to start just comparing him to managers that were in the 90s. That's you either do one or the other, because you can't do well, Mourinho didn't be a sporting director. Well, Mourinho wasn't brought in to be a sporting director. Chelsea had they had people in place to deal with that. He was brought in to coach and manage. So you either don't compare them, or you don't use that to Wenger's advantage, say he's a better manager, because let's have it right. Being a sporting director doesn't make, like, managing that side of things doesn't actually make you a better coach or better manager, but it does make you, more all-round encompassing. Like, it's a harder job, facts, but it doesn't make him a better coach or manager than Jose because he was a sporting director and he project managed the fucking stadium.
He's definitely a better coach. He's definitely a better coach. Manager is debatable. He's definitely a better coach, because I know for a fact, George, if you was 16 years old and Mourinho's after you, Wenger's after you, you're going under Wenger.
I can't say you know that for a fact, because there's better.
I know that for a fact. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Maybe I don't know it for a fact. Who would you rather be coached by? Who would you rather be in control of your development as a young player?
Again, I think Mourinho's a great manager for people to develop. And I've seen in my own club. I've seen in my own club Mourinho take players and even actually take players to a whole nother level. So I'm looking at them both. And I'm like,
I don't need storyline.
Kane went to a whole other level under Mourinho. Kane
he asked you who though? Who?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know the managers personally to sit there and tell you the conversation.
Like,
no. I'm talking about
what player. He meant what player?
Yeah, I said Kane went to another level under him. So did Sonny. They both went to other levels.
Okay, cool.
Kane and Sonny are under Mourinho.
Kane and Son. Oh, I thought you were talking about Chelsea. Sorry, I thought you. I was
going Chelsea. I mean, At Chelsea, you can have. There's bare players that tell you like John Terry will.
No, JT would.
I'll run through rules for them.
No, JT will tell you Mourinho is. That's what they will tell you. You know what I'm saying? They will tell you that. But what I'm saying is JT would have been great regardless of Mourinho.
I know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
that. Henry wouldn't have been great without Wenger. Vieira wouldn't have been great without Wenger. That's the difference.
But that means you're saying that they're not talented enough.
No, Henry would not have been Henry without Arsene Wenger, bro.
I don't know.
No, you don't believe in his talent level. Then you didn't think that Henry was
Wenger that moved him back to being a striker.
Wenger made Henry.
So you're basically saying, wait. So just make this clear. Henry would not have been the player he was without Wenger. Like there was no chance.
Let me turn off my camera.
Hey, no way. No way. Henry would never have been Henry without Arsene Wenger.
I'm not saying either or. I just wanted to understand. I don't know.
No way.
I don't know.
No way.
Henry
would never have been Henry without Wenger, bro.
100%. Wenger moved him back to being a striker. He would have been a winger. It's not even debatable. Like it's not even a debate.
No chance.
Was Henry, when he came to Arsenal, just correct me if I'm wrong, was he not already established and like a good?
He failed at Monaco. He failed at a few places.
He was an upcoming talent, isn't it? Like he wasn't like.
But he was a prospect, like just like we've seen how Sesko and them man have been regarded right now.
Martial, basically.
Sesko's going for 80-odd million now.
I know, no. Forget the money, forget the monetary value.
No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like
how
that.
they're being spoken about and how we've known them since 18. That Sesko was going to get. We've been knowing.
Yeah, but Henry would not have been. He wouldn't have got there without Wenger, bro. It wouldn't have. It wouldn't have happened, man. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't have been the same. And if it would have been the same, then you can just say that about anyone that becomes great. They would have got there regardless. You know what I'm saying? You can say that about anyone then. Like, it's not the same as like a Messi. You know what I mean? When Messi was as good as he was at 12 years old. This is Henry. Wenger changed Henry, like I say, changed his position, and he brought him. He was having a terrible season.
I can't lie. He made people into superstars, innit? I can't even lie to you, man. That Perez, Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira. Not Bergkamp.
Not Bergkamp.
I'll take that back. Not Bergkamp, but Vieira, Colo Torre, like, bro. There's
Lauren was a right winger.
Even Ashley Cole.
Yeah, Ashley
he made so many people that into superstars that you'd never even heard of. Overmars that you ain't heard of. Overmars was good, but he weren't that good. Like,
yeah, not Overmars was not Overmars, but Perez and like you say Petit, Henry.
So can I ask then, just in reference, because obviously we're talking about managers, and what managers do you think right now are innovative but haven't won stuff away from Arteta? Name me, just so I can know, because it's too easy to keep the Arsenal contingent. So I need to know, who you rate, like you rate Arteta, you know, like who hasn't necessarily won stuff, but he's innovative, and you rate him that highly. Like you think he's one of the best managers around.
You know who I like? I like De Zerbi.
Yeah,
Zerbi's cold. I think De Zerbi's a very good manager.
Yeah. I like that. How high do you put him? How high do you rank him?
De Zerbi
Still got a long way to go, I'll be honest. Like,
I don't know, man. It'll be difficult to, like, it's hard to judge these managers until you get a big club in it. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Because, like, when you're at that level, there's no expectation. Not that there's no expectation, but like the expectation levels are different, innit? Do you get what I mean? So until you see them with the best players and having to manage all of that stuff, it's difficult, man. It's hard.
Fabregas.
But don't we think that, like,
that's a good question though, because I think what we do as well. Another thing that we do, we always think that innovation has to look different. So no one's going to say Eddie Howe or Thomas Frank because of the way. I was going to
say that Eddie Howe's innovation, direct football,
the way they play. To be honest, because we don't say we look at it as if to say what the technical side of it. We always look at one side of it. You know what I mean? So we're going to say yeah, but I mean, if you look at Thomas Frank or Eddie Howe,
Frank is a very good
what they've done at their clubs is nothing short of remarkable, really.
Even Emery, but he's a serial winner, isn't it? He's a
Not
serial
Emery,
winner.
I feel like Emery's not part of it because
Yeah.
he's actually a serial winner. He's
But I'm
proven.
talking
He's
about
proven.
in England. Since he's been in England, he ain't like, you know what I'm saying. So, but Emery's cold.
He's overachieved. He did overachieve originally with the Aston Villa
Yeah,
team. Though. He took that team from relegation to
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. He's
Like,
done
he did
he's done a
madness.
madness at Villa.
Yeah, he has.
Everyone was laughing at that Villa team when Gerrard was managing them, and
But
he went there and made them a whole different beast.
This is the thing, though. They like people equate success to just trophies, though. Because him taking that Villa team to the Champions League, that is, bro, that's bigger than winning Carabao Cup, bro. That's
Yeah, definitely.
That is a mad thing, bro. And this is what I'm
100%.
saying to you. Like, people just say, oh, you got to win a trophy. You got to, like, it's all about trophy. Bro, I hear it. You need to win trophies. I get it. But man taking Villa, bro, even flipping what Forest are doing. Mental.
100%.
Yeah.
Look when I was chatting to, remember when we was on the stream with, I think it was one of your first streams, and we was talking to Gunner, big up Gunner, and we was talking about Leicester's title win and Man City's title win. Remember, it's two different title wins.
No, it's different, man. You're facing a different. You look at Man United, look at the resources they got. You look at Tottenham, look at the resources they got. And for you to be Nottingham Forest and Villa and Brighton and be in that equation as well, you're that. What you have to do to get into the same conversation, you have to do a madness.
100%.
You have to do a madness to get there. Like, so I think that people are too quick to like equate like, oh, trophies is just success. Like, do you get what I'm saying to you? Because I can't lie to you. Getting to the Champions League from where they was, and then even getting to the quarterfinals, it was quarterfinals they finished, innit? Quarterfinals with the resources that he has is mental.
Yeah, that's like a lot. And people in the chat, I can see people in the chat saying, like, how is that the same? And what did Khalid say? Big up Khalid, big up the chat as well. But he's saying, how man is saying Champions League quarter was that quarterfinal? Or I don't know what that QL was.
Yeah.
Oh, qualification is bigger than winning a cup. But Wenger said this about 10 years ago. For example.
People were running Wenger down for doing this, bro.
Remember when he said this? He said this a long time ago. 10 years later, which is what I'll talk about innovation. 10 years later, it's becoming true.
Now everyone's like, oh yeah, so you got to get into the Champions League. You got to get into the Champions League. But when we was doing that, people were winning FA Cups and that. People were like, oh, get this guy. Like, we don't want this guy. This is not good enough. Now it's a thing. Everyone wants to be in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not everyone wants to be. You need to be, because you see this PSR thing. It's a real thing. Newcastle can't spend their money. Aston Villa can't spend their money. So you actually, top four is far more beneficial for Newcastle and for Aston Villa than winning a trophy. Not through any fault of their own, purely because of the rules of the game. If they were allowed to spend their own money, then yeah, you can say, oh yeah, I'd rather win a trophy for the club. But they're not. If they can't spend their money, so they need to be in top four to change their fortunes. This is a fact. What are they supposed to do? They have to be in top four. They have to create money. Tottenham are making money from Beyonce concerts because they need to compete. This is the reason, bro. Beyonce, Chris Brown, Drake, they've been there for the last 4 weeks.
Underground go-kart in, like, they got
4 weeks. Tottenham can't even go to the ground.
NFL, all of that. I hear it. Yeah,
Can't even go to Tottenham's ground because they need to. You see the boxer the other day that came out to box. He played the North London Forever song. They were playing North London Forever at Tottenham's ground as a joke. As a joke and that, but it's being played there because he's coming out. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Playing North London Forever at White Hart Lane is mad to me.
Man, look at Tottenham ground wearing Arsenal shirts in the home end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My man played that tune and then lost the fight, so he's the dickhead at the end of the day, bro. He got mashed up by the guy that's a Tottenham fan. That made it even worse, bro. So what are we even doing here?
No, I'm saying,
man turned up to my stadium, tried to flex on us and got mashed up. He's the fool, bro. Man got banged in his face.
I'm not saying whether he's a fool or not. I'm not saying whether he's a fool or not.
Tell him to go ride for that track, bro. What's he doing? Man got mashed up, bro.
Hey, D, put up that comment, man. Please, man. That
Which one?
Dana JN. Because I don't think people are concentrating.
Dana JN. Oh.
People are not concentrating, bro.
Big up Dana JN.
People are not concentrating. That concentration is low. Nah, man.
Great question, bro. Great question.
That's not a great question.
It is a great question.
That's not a great question.
All right, let me ask you, yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me just ask you this, bro. Would you swap your season, your position
for our season? For your season, for our season? No, I wouldn't. I would rather have our season.
You won a trophy, so what are we doing?
That's my point. I wouldn't swap my season for your one. I won a trophy, bro.
No, but why he's not concentrating is because we're not just talking about a trophy. We were speaking in reference to the Carabao Cup and making European qualification. The reason why you wouldn't swap your season is because you won the Europa League and you're playing Champions League football.
There you go.
So you get me? It's different. Like people like to pretend like there's not differences between the trophies that you win.
I'm not finishing 17th. Even I'm not doing that. Finishing, bro. You get watching your team getting punched up 20 times in the season.
It's long, bro. It's a long year, but the same way as SB. At the end of the season, I was happy. Was you happy?
I can't lie. I would finish 17th and win the Champions League.
That's different, though, folks.
No, I'm not. But let's have a conversation. Was you happy at the end of the season?
It is. It's completely different. It's completely different.
That's completely different. But was you happy?
I wasn't. Happy.
They lost more games than they won.
That's mental.
But was you happy at the end of the season?
I was not happy because I didn't win the league.
Okay,
that's why
you wasn't happy. But you wasn't happy,
bro.
Oh, so if you went to the doctor, they had those little faces. They said point at your emotion: the smiley face, the straight face, the angry face. What one would you point it at? The angry one.
Straight face.
Straight. All right, I would have pointed at the smiley face at the end of the season.
Why did you want your manager sacked then? If you're happy.
We've had this conversation. I don't know why
you're not concentrating, George, man.
Dean's concentration levels are low because you asked me the same question. Like we're on stream every other day together. You've always spoken about why I want to sack. So I asked you the same question.
That doesn't make sense, bro.
We've had this conversation about 20 times.
This is a new day and a new convo.
I heard this is new information to me. I don't know what's going on. So
No. This isn't new information. This is a diluted convo that me and D have had about 20 times. He just doesn't like my answer, so he just keeps going round in circles on it, and he just does it every single time.
My thing is,
why do you want your manager sacked?
I hear all of these things about. Bro, you know my stance. Cup competitions are cup competitions. How you judge your team is in the league. You have to play everybody home and away. Right. You got punched up more than 20 times. 20 times last season. Man are fisting you up all over the gaff, bro. You was not happy.
At the end of the season, I might have got fist up, bro. I got fist up bare times. I was on the podium. I was on the podium, bro.
You got punched up bare times.
I was on the podium.
Bro, listen. You had a cut, man. You didn't even finish your cuts. You just put plasters on them. You're still bleeding underneath them, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, come on, man.
You're not bleeding, bro. What do you have then? You've got nothing to show for last season.
Still bleeding is crazy, though. Still bleeding. Still crying inside. Crying inside is crazy. Crying inside is crazy.
Bro,
coming from therapy unhealed is crazy. Coming from therapy unhealed is crazy.
I saw gold. When you wiped everything, yeah, and you were like, shit, what happened? Nothing. You're just soaring days. You're like, second again. Ole, bruv.
I told you, forget, yeah, I streamed with you a lot last season. You was not happy.
Bro,
you was not happy.
How about this?
Not happy.
You was not happy. From about March, you stopped being happy. You stopped being happy 2 or 3 months before the end of the season.
You know what it is, yeah? What Jules is forgetting, yeah? What you're forgetting here? You see, to try and be happy here, you always try and design it. So everyone tries to become happy, innit? His happiness was unintentional. This is what he's not understanding. You tried to
unintentional.
It was unintentional. It was accidental. What you trying to do? What everyone does. What do you mean? You're walking on the street. You stumbled across happiness. You just found it.
How did that happen?
You was walking in depression.
You played 16 games.
You was walking in, you know what, man?
You stumble across the trophy.
He just found that he fell into the water and found out I like swimming. He fell into the water.
You know what's funny though? Because you tried to laugh.
He tripped in the water, nearly drowned.
When I told you guys in December,
that's what you did.
When me and D first started streaming together, the first thing I was telling these guys, we would definitely win Europa League. So when it actually happened, when I told you it would happen, you're trying to tell me I was surprised. What are we doing?
No, stop that, man.
What are we doing?
The whole season, you've been upset the whole season.
I wasn't, because I knew I was going to win something. I told you guys in the early season. I made the bold prediction early on in the season.
If you knew you was going to win something, then your manager's a winner then, isn't he?
He was a winner.
So why are you upset with your manager if you knew he was going to win something?
The point is, Well, oh, that's a fabulous point, D.
No. On a real thing.
You always knew Ange was going to win something. Why did you want him sacked?
The concentration levels are extremely
No,
low.
your concentration.
You're the only one that's.
I don't get why we're having conversations that we've had before.
Why did you doubt him? You always knew you was going to win, no?
Hey, there's silence, bro. I could.
You know what? I don't get hooks. You're shameless.
Why did you doubt him?
You're shameless. What do you mean? Why did I doubt him?
Why did you doubt him? You knew you were gonna win.
Exactly.
Yeah, why did you doubt him?
You already knew you was gonna win. So what?
Yeah,
you
already knew. I remember first stream that you did with D. You told me you were Europa League.
Yes, I've got it on tape. You want the tape? You want the tape?
I told you he fell in the pond. He fell in the pond and realized he liked water. He fell in the pond and realized he liked water.
Guess what? It banged. I told you same way we'd win a trophy before you, man. Did straight after you slapped up Real Madrid. I told you we'd win a trophy.
You need to pay attention.
What was you upset all season about?
You couldn't say it. I could. You couldn't. And I went and done it.
Wait. So you've got foresight. Good. You've got intuition. You used it. You've got all these things which you use. So
Academy, X-Men. Here
you got all the process of leading up to it. When you was vexed for the whole season was what? Was it acting?
I wasn't vexed for the whole season. That's lies. That's just lies.
What?
That's
do you mean? You said Ange should have been sacked in January. Did you not?
After we got knocked out of competitions. Facts.
So what's he want him sacked for if you know he's going to win a trophy?
Yeah.
No. I knew my team would win a trophy because we were better than all the other teams. The team, the players.
So they could have won a trophy.
The manager. Let's have it right. We didn't necessarily win the trophy.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Are you asking me a question? Or
no. But Hooks, he said he knew that Ange was going to win a trophy.
Right. So I didn't say Ange. Said my team. I didn't say Ange. Said my team. Said my team.
Ange is your manager.
And Ange is your manager.
No. Let's stop making, bro. If you're gonna make a statement that from what I've said, at least say what I say.
If you knew your team was going to win a trophy,
I said my team.
You're not saying managerless. You're not saying managerless.
No. Well, no, you're not understanding. Do you want me to explain my point, or do you just want to keep talking?
Yeah, no, I want you to explain.
I know. Do you know what, D? Do a poll. Wait, do a poll, D. Do a poll.
I don't even want to.
Does Tottenham win the Europa League without Ange? Do the poll.
Of course they don't.
What's your point, bro? You know what I know? This I know you're chatting rubbish. This I know you used to have.
You don't know anything.
Right. So do you want me to answer, or do you just want to talk?
No. I want you to not. I want you to actually talk about things that make sense.
So do you want me to answer, or do you want to talk? Because clearly it seems like you want to talk.
All right. Do you know what?
You really like the sound of your voice right now. There's no gallery. You're not lotioning.
Before you talk, I want you to consider this. You said that you're going to win the Europa League at the start of the season, because of your team, Now, who was managing your team the previous season, the style of football that you was playing, for you to then go into the new season to think that you could win it? All
right, so I'm going to speak now.
Yeah, cool.
So we never won the trophy playing the style of football that Ange was known for. That's what you're not getting. So, and SB, you're doing all this. If you watch any of the last 4 games, you watch any of the Frankfurt games, you watch the Bodo Glimt games, you watch the AZ Alkmaar away performance, and then you watch the Man United game. We never once displayed the high line for life, mate, type of football that Ange displayed in his whole Spurs career. What Spurs were known for is all-out attack, not defensive football. He's known for all-out attack, goals.
But that's when you said it, though.
Bro,
let him land. Go on, keep going.
So why in each of the last 4 or 5 games did he go defensive and play a completely different style? Because I knew my team, the players on the pitch and the players we had at our disposal was that high above the rest of the competition. I said that from the start of the competition. We have the best team. Spurs were favourites for the competition from the jump because our squad on paper was better than every other one in that competition. So when I looked at it, I said, my team is good enough to win the trophy. I actually went on record numerous of times to say at that point of when I wanted Ange sacked that we will still win the Europa League without Ange. We don't need Ange to win the Europa League. We just need these players to turn up. So when you keep saying, oh, you knew the manager. No. I didn't. At the start of the season, I had faith in Ange. But once we saw the season play out, I lost faith in Ange, but I still had faith in the team and getting that job done. So I maintained that Spurs win Europa League because I knew that this team was better than all the other ones. It's simple as that.
That was a dissertation, bro.
It was.
You wanted an answer. You wanted an explanation. I gave you, but you don't. It's a dissertation. It's a dissertation.
Right for you. It's a you. Ungraded.
Right. And then when I come in and I'm right, you don't like
Big F.
Yeah,
F across the
D,
paper,
you've been
big
had Fs, bro. You've been
Big
just
F.
straight stinkers, straight
Big
stinkers.
F, big F,
All
big
show,
F.
all show.
No pass, no
All
big
show.
cross, big red cross, big red cross. No shot.
Oh, big red
Hey,
cross because you're wrong.
dissertation.
I hear it. You're
No,
wrong,
because
bro.
it sounded good, but it didn't sound. I didn't
It
hear
sounded
anything.
good, but you didn't dispute any of my points because that's
You
what
didn't
you
let
always
me.
do.
You
You
have to let
don't
us- you have
know
to let
what
us
to
dispute
say.
it.
Oh yeah, let me do a big F like a kid, but you can't dispute any
All
of my
right,
points.
cool. Let me dispel it. Let me dispel it.
Be an
Yeah.
actual, bro. Have a proper debate and
Let me
actually
do it.
break
I'm gonna
down
show
what I
you.
said.
All right, cool. You
So
finished?
don't do big F. Don't be. Oh no, I'm gonna
All
do a big F. Big
All right.
F.
Sorry for doing big F. Sorry for doing big F. Sorry for doing big F. All right. Cool.
Dude,
Give him lowercase. Give him lowercase.
Yeah, I'll put it.
We're gonna have a low IQ
you know
conversation.
what?
I'm waiting for your answer.
Tick. Yeah, you pass.
No, big tick for you. Go on, D.
Hey,
Big
yeah,
tick.
smiley face as well. Give him a smiley face.
Yeah, like when you go to the doctor, when you find a straight face.
But what I was gonna say is, yeah, you predicted that your team would win the Europa League, yeah, when you had Ange, when you was playing attacking football. So the fact that you didn't play attacking football in the final was neither here nor there, because you knew you was going to win it when you was playing attacking football. So it doesn't really matter whether you won it playing defensive football or not, because you predicted it when you was playing attacking football. So that's the first thing. So
that's why you get the F, by the way.
So that's why you get the F. This is what you're not. No, let me finish.
No one interrupted you, George. No one interrupted you.
He doesn't want me to finish.
When you was giving your presentation, no one interrupted you.
Well, they did actually. You had to ask D not to interrupt me. You had to ask D to let me finish. So he did interrupt me actually. Just.
I didn't interrupt you. I'm just saying you can't predict something at a certain point, yeah, and then use a different point to back up your argument that had nothing to do with your original point. Your original point was you're going to win the Europa League at the beginning of the season when you're playing attacking football with Ange as your manager.
That's it was because of the Ange football, though.
That's neither here nor there, though, is it?
You're right.
That's neither here nor there, though, is it? That's neither here nor there, is it? The whole point
mentioned that the style of football is why we would win the Europa League.
So then, why are you talking about that? You played. Why are you mentioning that it wasn't Ange's high line that won you the
because I was explaining to you that it wasn't Ange's football that made me think we would win Europa League. So we didn't need Ange.
So what was your reasoning? What was your reasoning that you'd win the Europa League? What was it?
I done a whole dissertation and you didn't, bro.
I did. Yeah. You did a whole dissertation.
No. I done a whole dissertation, but you didn't hear my reason as to why.
I gave you an F. Anyway, let me get to the main points.
Levels are extremely low. Let
me get to the main points. Anyway, because it's not an Arsenal versus Tottenham thing. What I'm trying, my whole point is top managers like Pochettino. I thought Pochettino was regarded as a top manager because he was doing it with a club that wasn't expected to win. That's what I've always known. I've always thought. I didn't think that Pochettino was doing it at Tottenham with a team that everyone expected to win. I don't think that's the case. I think everyone thought that Tottenham were like the bottle of club and they had good players but not the top players. But Pochettino was overachieving and Pochettino was doing a good job with that team. So when you lot got rid of him and other players, why do you think you decided to go and get managers that you thought were winners? Because you thought that Pochettino got you to the point. Had got you to a point where you can now win.
Underachieved and he should have won. So we got a manager that would actually win for us, and we obviously saw how that played out. Didn't work.
No, you're not just
one. Wait, D, you're not making sense. The reason why we went and got Mourinho is because we felt like this team should have won. So, let me bring in a manager that will take this team to that next level to help them win. Similar to let's just say,
what happened?
In an imaginary world, let's say if Arteta was sacked at the end of the season and they brought in Inzaghi. We're just using an example of Simeone, yeah? They would have done that from the point of, they think that he can't win, so let's bring in a manager that can win with this team. He's been proven to do that. That's why they would have went for that type of manager. They didn't go to Mourinho because he's going to take us to the next level and make this team a win. It was we felt like Pochettino had underachieved. That's why he got sacked. He underachieved and should have won already.
But in hindsight, in hindsight, you can see that he overachieved though because you brought in a serial winner.
In hindsight, I've always said that his time at Tottenham's
you brought in a serial winner and you didn't win, bro.
Thank you. And not only that as well, if you ask a lot of Tottenham fans, they will tell you that it was the wrong. Let me ask Jules actually. Do you think Pochettino being sacked was the right decision or the wrong decision?
Right, he was a failure. When I look back at his time as a Spurs fan, and all Spurs fans will tell you, majority is he failed at Spurs.
You're going mad.
I think you're telling me I'm going mad on my opinion on my club. So when I tell you you're going mad about Arsenal, just know that you know where it's coming from. Like, I don't get. You're asking me how I feel about the Pochettino time. I'm looking back in hindsight, by the way. It's been 7 years since he left Tottenham.
And you think he
and I'm looking back on this time, and I'm telling you that it was a failure. The time was great. We had great memories, great moments, but overall, I look back on that time as a failed time because we've done so much but done nothing. That's a failure. That's a failure.
I think you need to remember who you are still.
Yeah, same.
I think
you're telling me about my opinion on my club, and then you're telling me remember who you are.
But I'm just telling. Yeah, but I'm just saying to you, bro. This is the thing that happens, though.
I'm telling you the contingent in the Spurs fan base, but you're going to tell me Arsenal fans feel like we're not.
Wait, hold on, George. This is why Newcastle are getting rejected left, right, and centre, because you're trying to do things, bro. That's not.
We're not
your
Newcastle,
thing,
respectfully. We're not.
No, but I'm saying to you, you're not Newcastle, but I'm saying to you, bro, Newcastle getting rejected for players because they're going for players that they shouldn't be going for. You man think that you're something that you're not.
You think they shouldn't go for Sesko? They should go for Sesko. That's their level of player.
No, I'm talking about all the but all the players that they're going for are going to all bigger teams, bro. This is what I'm saying to you. Like, you think you Tottenham, like, and this is not a disrespect to Tottenham, because I think Tottenham, you are a good team, but I think you think like the fact that you're saying that Pochettino underachieved at Spurs is mental to me, because you went Champions League final, you almost won the league.
They finished second as well. Was it second? He finished, isn't it?
Or third? You finished third.
You finished second twice. Second.
Yeah, you finished second once. You finished third. You was getting top 4 consistently. How can you say that that man was a failure because he didn't win a trophy? Look at where he took you from.
Because trophies are the currency of football. You win trophies, that's how you're successful, bro.
It can't be everything.
Trophies are the currency in football. That's
it's not everything. It's the currency if you're sitting at a table, like at the right table. From where you're coming from and where you like your thing wasn't like that's not your currency, bro. Your currency
wait, I don't get
right.
He's right.
That's not your currency, bro.
No, he's right.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
There's only one currency.
Let me ask you a question.
There's a currency for all teams. Wait. There's not one currency for one team and one currency for another.
There is.
George, listen. If you've got 4 million naira and Hooks has got 4 million pound, you ain't got the same amount of money, bro.
Simple.
That's what I'm saying to you.
He's right.
There's levels, bro. There's a difference, bro.
He's right.
Don't think you can go shopping.
Low IQ conversation.
Don't think you can.
Don't think you can buy the same thing.
Don't think you can
with
go
4 million.
I'm actually losing brain cells having this conversation.
You can't, bro.
I hate this trophy conversation as well, yeah. Because by the way,
you can't go Harrods with Hooks, bro.
Yeah, crazy. You can't. You definitely can't. But if trophies is your only currency and trophies is the only thing you care about, then by the way, don't watch any Tottenham game until they're in a final, or if you win the game in the Premier League, you win the league.
Now you're telling me what I should and shouldn't do.
No, but why are you watching football if the only thing that matters is trophies?
No.
By the way,
actually don't fuck it, bro. I said it's the currency. I didn't say it's the only thing that matters, but it is the one currency. You know what currency is? It's the thing that has the value.
Next season,
what's the value in football?
Next season, don't watch any more Tottenham games if you're out of all trophies. Next season, cool. Say no more, because trophies is the only thing that matters. Football don't matter unless you win a trophy. So, by the way, hold that.
Yeah, football does matter, man.
I hear it.
I know it matters, but I don't put only trophies or by the way killed it.
It doesn't work like that. There's a difference between if that's the only case that matters, if the trophies are the only thing that matters, everyone's got different expectations in the Premier League.
But that's wait. No. You guys actually not. No, honestly, you man annoy me now because you keep saying things that I haven't said. Did I say it's the only thing that matters, or did I say it's the currency of football?
But currency means that's the.
No. What are we doing? You're doing semantics.
No, wait. So because the pound is a currency, there's money only.
You're doing semantics.
That's what currency means, though.
You man are just doing semantics. You want to
wait. So you don't want currency.
It's the only thing that carries value. When you talk about how big a club is, it's the trophies.
It's not the only thing that carries value.
It is because it's funny because when we had the conversation yesterday, we're talking about Rangers and Celtic. You're talking to me about trophies they won. You didn't talk about. You said the size of the club.
I said the size of the fan base as well. You
said the trophies. The trophies is what makes it. What breaks a club big is how many trophies they won.
Bro, listen.
But what's the difference maker between two teams? If you have two teams that have the same fan bases, the same money, what's the difference maker?
So why did you say then that Chelsea? I'm going to tell you. So why did you say then that Arsenal and Chelsea?
You asked me another question.
If we've got more trophies than Chelsea.
You asked me another question. You didn't answer my question.
I'm asking another question. I'm answering.
You said, why did you say that?
Arsenal are bigger than Chelsea. So Arsenal bigger than Chelsea then?
I said it's a conversation. I said I'm not answering. I said you can ask Arsenal fans, you can ask Chelsea fans. I said there's a conversation we had. You want me to give a specific answer that suits your answer?
If trophies are the currency,
all right, but Chelsea have trophies that you don't. So when we talk about
we have more.
We have more. But we have more.
We have more money.
Okay, and then there's a conversation of how much does a Champions League weigh? 2 Champions Leagues are bigger than you.
But this is what SB was saying. 4 million naira and 4 million pounds is 2 different things. This is his point. His point is there's different versions of different.
Chelsea have more. You have more trophies, but Chelsea have better trophies.
You need to listen to understand, not to respond. You can't listen.
No, but you're saying things and you're not.
You have to listen to understand, not to respond.
Bro, Chelsea have bigger trophies than you. So it's a
SB tried to explain to you. SB tried to and the thing is, you thought that he was trying to be silly, but he was actually his point was actually good. He's trying to explain that no, even if it looks like you're achieving the same thing, you're not actually achieving the same thing. That's the point that he's making. So in the Premier League, there's different expectations of different teams. What is a trophy to Southampton is not the same as what's a trophy to Arsenal. That's the point that he's making.
Saying, bro.
I don't understand what's confusing about that.
That's what I'm saying to you. So when I'm looking at Spurs, I'm thinking, bro, Spurs have done
Southampton don't compare to Arsenal, so it's a stupid conversation.
Okay, cool. Villa. Would you say
Southampton Villa's a massive club? They got trophies.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me finish this one point.
Again, now you're going left because it's not. I didn't say.
This is the point, the point we were making, is when you guys won the Europa League, which is why Arsenal, when you say we downplay trophies, you guys won the Europa League, and it's the first trophy won in how long, and you had a big parade.
Arsenal fans are not used to trophies are telling me how much
value. Finish my point.
You might don't know the value. You haven't won it in a long time. That's what it is.
You know why you were so happy winning the Europa League?
Maybe if you actually visited a trophy and had one.
You have to listen to understand, not to respond. Do you know why you were so happy to win the Europa League? Do you know why you're so happy to win the Europa League? You know why you're so happy to win the Europa League? Liverpool wouldn't be so happy to win the Europa League because the trophies are not the same to them.
Liverpool can't even get invited to that party.
Liverpool can't get invited to the Europa League. Bro,
they can't get in that party.
I'm not saying trophies are the only thing that matters. The reason why you're saying that
is because
your trophy on the same level. Why did you have the same level parade in the Europa League?
You're just waffling, bro. I didn't say that.
You can't
go back, go replay. No.
You keep listening to understand.
You keep saying things I didn't say. So you're responding. You're not listening to understand.
Hearing and listening is 2 different things.
You said trophies.
You're not listening, bro. Because you keep saying things I haven't said. You do this all the time.
But you haven't let me finish. You don't know what I'm going to say.
Yes, because you finished before and you said things I didn't say. So you're quite literally just making a relevant point.
I'm trying to explain to you when you made a point about the 4 million naira and 4 million
I heard all of that.
You don't understand it. That's why I'm explaining it again.
You keep telling me, trophies aren't the same value. A Champions League and a Europa League aren't the same. You've said all of this.
I'm not even saying that, Let me interject just quickly, My thing is like, I'm just saying to you, you said trophies are the currency of football, right?
Yes.
So that's how you obviously you're weighing up like how much success you have is by trophies, yeah? Yeah. Villa didn't win a trophy last season. Would you say they had a poor season?
No.
Why?
Again, like every team has different goals. Now, just because you don't
win a trophy,
no. You let me explain. Let me explain what I'm gonna say, or don't fucking just interrupt every time, and then you guys don't listen, bro. Again, just because they didn't win a trophy doesn't mean it was unsuccessful. But let's have it right. Whether Crystal Palace finished way below them, Crystal Palace had a better season. It was the more successful season. Why? Because the currency is they won an FA Cup. That weighs more than a 5th or 6th or 7th league place finish. It weighs more than winning nothing. Winning a trophy outweighs a second place.
You know why?
A second place finish. Why? Because it's a currency.
No, it doesn't.
Who Palace is, bro. Palace
exactly. It's because of who Palace are.
Bro.
No.
That's what you're not understanding.
To win the FA Cup, bro. That's why it's gonna weigh more, bro.
Exactly.
Because Palace ain't expected to win the FA Cup. Apart from Palace, when was the last time someone out of Arsenal, Chelsea, City, or Liverpool didn't win that trophy?
8 or 9 years ago, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's such a mad thing, because
it's the first trophy in their history. It's the first trophy in their history.
And
that's irrelevant.
This is what I'm saying to you, bro.
Like it means more to them. I'm not saying because it means more to them because it's their first trophy. That's irrelevant to the point because that's to them. On the outside point of view, they won a trophy. Villa didn't. They had a better season. That's as simple as that. That's how I see it.
I accept that, right? And that's the point.
Black and white to me. For me, like that. If it's not black and white for you like that, then that's fine. We see it differently.
You know why it's not black and white? Do you know why it's not black and white? Because that you have to then weigh up how much.
I said to
much,
me it's black and white. I'm telling you it's black and white to me.
Can I finish?
But don't tell me it's not black and white to me. You didn't like when I said that about you and Max Salmon because it was your opinion and Max Salmon.
All right,
so you didn't like when I said,
all right, it's black and white to you. Do you know why I feel like it's not black and white? It's because different trophies hold different weight. That's the reason. So this is the point you're making. You keep saying it as if to say every trophy is the same. Every trophy is different. Liverpool winning a Premier League and Chelsea winning a Conference Cup is not the same thing.
Never said that. We've had that conversation.
No,
I can't lie. This is when I say you don't listen because we have these conversations. It's like, bro,
finish what I'm saying.
Because we have this all conversation about trophies and ranking.
We're having a conversation now.
You asked me to rank the trophies and shit, and then you come back and then act like these things weren't said. And D, you're actually having the same conversation we had before.
Let me finish what I'm saying. How are you meant to know if you don't see what I'm saying? How are you meant to hear?
We have this conversation before then. So why are you acting like we didn't?
Why are you saying then that trophies is the currency of football? If that's the case, then you would know that a lot of teams would rather finish the Champions League than win a certain trophy. Do you think Liverpool would rather finish outside the top 4 and get Carling Cup or finish inside the top 4? They would choose to finish inside the top 4 because they're in a different position to the Crystal Palace. That's the point.
Facts.
I don't understand. That's not hard to understand. The teams that are going for the biggest trophies, they would rather finish in the Champions League. This is a fact.
Bro, I'll be real. You just don't listen, bro, because we've actually had this conversation. You've asked me. No, and SB, you're laughing because SB, we've done a Soccer PM show where he went, oh yeah, George, rank the trophies in order. We've done all of this stuff, by the way. We've spoken about all of this.
We're not on the Soccer PM show.
You actually don't listen because what you're trying to do is yet again, you're trying to sit here, make statements about things I haven't done, and then go around and have a whole 20, 30-minute conversation.
You're talking more than me. You're talking more than me. You're talking more than me.
Hey, George, your head's gone.
You're on one, bro.
You're talking more than me.
You're actually on one, bro.
You're talking more than me, bro.
Hey, he's rattled.
I'm talking more than you, but you're saying irrelevant points about things we've already spoken about, and then telling me I've said something else.
I'm saying
you're telling me about trophies are at different levels. We know that. Why are you having
if you know that
conversations? So
then don't say low IQ stuff then.
You're saying low IQ stuff. You have been all show. That's what you've been doing. You're just trying to rage bait, D. I know what you're doing. You're trying to
rage baiting. You're talking more than me. How am I rage baiting?
This guy's waffling. You're still doing it now. You're speaking more than me. How am I rage baiting? You're just trying to, bro. I know what you're trying to do, man.
Bro, yes,
actually, for one, actually have a football conversation because that's what you're not doing.
We was having a football conversation. You said Pochettino underachieved at Tottenham. Our conversation before that was fine until you said he underachieved.
And I'm telling you from a Tottenham fan's point of view that all Tottenham fans feel like he underachieved at Tottenham. But you're going to tell me because the Arsenal fans say that he didn't, that that's the case. It's just stupid.
All Tottenham fans.
That is stupidness, bro. I've spoken to so many Tottenham fans. Go speak to them. I'll bring them on the channel. They all
said all.
So who achieved that Tottenham, George?
This, bro, I'm being real.
No, it's a good question. Who achieved at Tottenham then in the last few years?
Did Ange achieve at Tottenham then?
Yeah, he won a trophy. He achieved.
And he's the only manager that achieved something.
If that's what you feel like, yeah.
I'm asking you.
I don't know, man. I don't know, innit?
Oh, this guy.
I don't know.
George's head's gone, man.
I don't know. I'm not having this conversation.
He's rattled.
I'm not gonna have this. Hooks, you'll stay there quiet because you don't want to make no statements.
Why are you angry though? Why are you angry though?
I'm not gonna.
Like our younger brother, we love you, bro. Why are you angry?
Yeah, man, you don't need to be so angry, bro.
Again, I'm not having low IQ conversations on things that we've already spoken about. D, we speak every single day. We're on stream every day. We want to have the same conversations.
Oh, bro. All right, cool. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it there. Big up to
these clips for the day.
That's exactly what he's doing. I know what D wants to go around on the same topics that just get some more clips out. I've seen him.
Oh, you're going mad, you know. You're actually going mad, you know.
No, you're going mad, bro, because you're speaking about things we've already spoken about. Why do we speak about it again?
Oh, we still love you. We still love you.
Hey, George, you don't know he's a Ballon d'Or troller. You should know this.
That's what he's doing. Bro, it's fine because D.
Big up. Half-time hooks coming over as we do, you know the pattern. Big up SB, aka the catch up. Make sure you lot go and like and subscribe over there. They're doing stuff now. Where you on now? What subscribers you lot on now?
Just under 500, man. We need to raise up the subs, man.
Yeah, go and rise up over there, man. You can see the links in the title. Go and subscribe to them, man, over there.
Love.
and get them man up to 500 or 500 plus on the road to 1,000. Big up Durag Diaries, my brother. The already editing is hilarious.
Facts. He's in the clips. He's going. Watch as soon as we finish. He's in the clips and he's trying to get some clips about all of this stuff.
Bro, I'm not even trying to get. I didn't even say nothing.
And you know what? All you're gonna see is heated clash. This is what he wanted. This is exactly what he wanted.
Bro, he wasn't me that made
knows I'm
anything.
the person that will entertain him. That's what it was. You know I'm gonna entertain your stupid argument.
It wasn't me that said anything today. You was arguing with SB, and then you realized that SB made a point that made us laugh, and you got upset.
I argue with all three of you because all three of you found accidental. I've got 3 Arsenal fans trying to tell me about how Tottenham fans
accidental happiness. You found accidental.
I didn't tell you anything.
Yeah, you did. You did actually.
I actually have been the quietest in this whole stream.
You have, but that doesn't matter. You've still been saying stuff.
I didn't tell you anything. So don't like you said. Don't say I said things that I didn't say.
Yeah? You did. So you didn't say nothing in the stream then.
I didn't say. Don't say I said things I didn't say. Yeah,
I didn't actually say what you said. Actually,
taking a leaf out of your book. Taking a leaf out of your book.
Yeah, found accidental happiness. Now he's
accidental happiness is crazy.
That's what happened, bro. That's what happened. He stumbled across something that he loves and realized, oh,
Arsenal fans don't get trophies. Facts, Nick. They don't. And this is why this conversation is...
Nick,
when I flip this conversation, that's exactly what it will be. Arsenal fan doesn't get trophies.
Nick,
how?
You just need to clip it.
I know trophies. I understand it.
Come one of us talk for a minute. Hey, Nick, you need to clip it. You need to clip the catch up as well. Get them some subscribers as well. Clip FamZone, clip Jules, and clip Hooks. Well, you don't do enough clipping of us, of Nick, bro. Always see you clipping everyone else. We need some more subscribers, bro. What's going on, bro?
What's
You know
going
what
on?
I'm saying? You need to clip us more. Put us in the title and that. Get us some Australian subs over there with some kangaroos. You know what I'm saying? Get us some subs over there, man. Get us some subs over there, my G. But
Jules and his 4 million naira.
Jules is 4 million naira. Now, big up Nick, man. Big up my bro. Big up my bro. You know, go and subscribe to Nick as well, man. Go and subscribe to Nick's football club, man. He does a lot of stuff over there. Like
no trophies, no hairlines. Facts SLD, bro. It's just I told you, you know, bold man. Sometimes the thoughts just go over their head. It's just streamlined thing, like. And Hooks has joined them now. That's it. Start.
Yeah, Hooks is bald now. It's grown stuff. We began barbers every day to get your haircuts. It's a kid thing. It's a kid thing.
Grown stuff to have no hairline. It's madness.
Yeah, it's grown. Yeah, but you're still young, innit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not ready yet. But big up everyone, though. Big up my G. I'm going to redirect this over to Bandit, a.k.a. Durag Diaries. Big up the man, then big up the panel. You know our thing. Out, my G. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out, though.
Love.